Hey y'all, thanks for being here with me. This is Melissa with Whole Heart Holistics. I'm here to share my journey of chronic illness with you, and hopefully I'm here to share with you how to help chronic illness be more manageable and tips that I found along the way to try to help improve your life as you struggle with chronic illness and possibly chronic pain, just like I have. So for me, chronic illness started when I was in the 10th grade. I had been really kind of sick as a kid. I was in the doctor's office a lot. And, you know, I feel like sometimes, especially when I was a kid, doctors gave out way too many antibiotics. I was just on lots of antibiotics my entire childhood. Now, with that said, I'm not a healthcare professional. Maybe I really needed them. Maybe I don't remember. But I feel like they damaged my microbiome. I feel like they damaged my overall immune system. And I feel like I can't fight off things as well as I used to. So again, none of this is professional medical advice. It's just things that I've learned that have helped me along the way. So I've walked a life of chronic illness that had variations to it. I've dealt with Lyme disease. I've dealt with Hashimoto's. I've dealt with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or also called EDS. We're also called zebras because it's a very odd diagnosis. And let's see, what else have I dealt with? Mitochondrial dysfunction. So many different co-infections that go with Lyme disease. I've had mono. I've just had so many things that have come across my path that I really have just become somebody that just picks up on hearing people talk about chronic illness, chronic pain, just the struggles that they're having health-wise, and I can't help but just tune in and go, oh my goodness, I hear you. I want to help. Now, I think I mentioned in my other video, not everybody wants help. Some people just need to be heard, and I've been there too. I read a book by KJ Ramsey called This Too Shall Last. And it's just about a life of chronic pain and chronic illness, where she talks about, I don't want somebody to fix me. I just want somebody to hear me. And even though you and I aren't face-to-face talking, I see you and I hear you. And I'm sorry that you're going through this. I am going to pray for you. If that's not okay, I understand. But please know that God is our healer, God is our provider, God is our comforter. And I promise you, through my walk with chronic pain and illness, if I had not had my faith in God, I don't know that I would be here today, because some of the days in chronic pain were the darkest days of my life, where I didn't care if I woke up the next day. And I want to help you. If you are in that situation, I have another video that's about just chronic pain. I don't address chronic illness there, but I want to tell you about some patches that helped me get out of chronic pain and really just reshaped my view on life. I had tried over 200 injections in a 7-month period, I should add. I had tried 2 specialists, 2 physical therapists, one which was a miracle worker, but I still, even with 200 injections and 2 physical therapists, I still wore 3 back braces every day. I still had to have a handicap placard. I still couldn't roll over in bed without a bed assist rail to help pull myself over. I still had to have special shoes on every day because my feet were making my back hurt. I still could barely pick up my toddler without much pain. There was significant pain in everything that I did. There was so much just grimacing and just closing my eyes and just biting my lips just to get through the day. Also, I apologize. I don't have time to do a ton of editing as I trip over my words. I'm a mama and I'm a wife, and yes, you are just here to experience life with me, and I'm here to help you, I hope. My goal is to help you. That is my passion. And it would be even more of a delight to me if you found help and you were able to help other people through my videos. So please don't forget to share if you know someone with chronic pain or chronic illness. The first thing I want to tell you, if you haven't watched my other video on these patches, the Super Patch Company Liberty and Freedom. These are what I addressed in the last video that helped me insanely get through chronic pain. It's not a cure. These patches are not a cure. They are a patch, but they are drug-free. They are not invasive. They don't even have supplements in them. They just have an imprint in them. And I can show you one of the patches. I'll open it while I keep talking. The patches have an imprint, and when you put them on, they trigger a response in your body using your brain and your central nervous system to tell your body how to refocus and readdress what that patch is for. So those patches were for pain and mobility, both of which I desperately needed help with, because who wants to be barely mobile? It's so hard and so challenging to live life, and it's depressing. So here's one of the patches. You can see the ridges in it. Every patch has a different imprint for different problems. So if you click on the link that I'll attach, you can go to my website and look. There's so many different patches for different things. Today, I really want to touch on the Defend patch. So the way I got to these patches is addressed in my chronic pain video, but a friend with chronic pain recommended these to me, and I put them on the same day I was about to start taking the prescription narcotics that I had been trying desperately to avoid because I have a huge, long line family history of addictive personalities, and I did not want to trail that path, especially when I have a toddler to take care of. I want to be very, very present and not miss a thing. And so I'm here to tell you, these patches let me avoid narcotic pain medicine on the day that I was about to throw my hands up and try it. So for chronic illness, I was super excited that they had these Defend patches. So these are for the immune system. There's also a video that I can link to these that show exactly how impressively they address your blood. So they actually did some comparison studies under a microscope for how the red blood cells are all very clumped together when you don't have this patch on. But even after just a short period of wearing this patch, the red blood cells are able to spread out and function more appropriately. And so it really helps people, interestingly enough, it really helps people with allergies and asthma and like lung and head and reactive. You know, your immune system is overreacting when you're having an allergic reaction, you know, hay fever, things like that. So for me, since a lot of my chronic pain is associated with chronic illness and I have a weakened immune system, the Defend patch was the next thing that I went for after I realized how beneficial the Liberty and the Freedom patches were. So please consider, if you have chronic illness, maybe even if you just get sick frequently, maybe your immune system is kind of compromised. For me, just being hit with so many illnesses throughout my 35 years, my immune system has taken a hit. And so I really just wanted to add on the Defend patch to help my immune system. I am also super excited to try these on my toddler because toddlers get sick all the time. They're building their immune system, and I'm very excited to have this option that is drug-free, non-invasive, doesn't even have supplements, does not have side effects. It is safe for everybody, which means it's also super exciting for pregnant women. I am ecstatic because if we ever have another child, now I know how I'm going to get through pregnancy, because I was so worried about chronic pain in pregnancy and not being able to address it. Now I know that I can wear these while I'm pregnant to deal with chronic pain. And when you're pregnant, you have a lower immune system. So I can add this patch on to help with my immune system. I'm very excited to try these. My daughter actually does not produce enough glutathione, which is your master antioxidant in your body. And so I'm very excited to add these to our collection of things to help her when she gets sick so that she can naturally build her immune system Lord willing, I pray I don't ever have to put her on antibiotics. If not, if it's necessary, absolutely. But if we don't have to, I would love to prevent that. So I will definitely be reaching for these anytime that we get sick. And honestly, we're probably going to wear them the entire winter season and, to try to repel if we can, or do whatever we can to prevent sickness, or at least make our bodies a little bit more resilient to fight those. Now, everything that I'm telling you is my opinion and what I think from my experience of using these patches. So please realize this is not something that I can say, this is how it's gonna work. There are links to, what I said about the blood under the microscope that you can look at. What I have really found beneficial is the Super Patch testimonial site. It's on Facebook. I highly recommend that you go there and just look up the Defend patch, look up the chronic pain patches. If you have a condition that you're wondering if the Defend patch can help, just go search it on that Facebook page and see what people say. I think there's currently about 58,000 members on that Facebook page. So there's a lot of opinions, a lot of experience, and it really helped me have some confidence in wanting to try out the products. So I thank you so much for listening to me and hearing my experience with chronic illness. And there's been so many things that have helped me, even beyond the patches, things like homeopathy, supplements, finding natural doctors, naturopaths, functional medicine doctors. Look around in your town, try to find doctors that take maybe an alternative approach. Maybe you were in the medical system like I was for a long time and you just kept getting sick. It could be something is messed up in your microbiome. I struggled with SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And that can just wreck your immune system and wreck your gut and lead to things like IBS, IBS-C, so many things, food intolerances. There's so many things that you can look into for natural alternatives to healthcare for chronic illness. If there's something that you would like to reach out about, please send me a message. I can give you my information, and I would love to help you however I can. I am not a medical professional, but I have a lot of experience with people who do long distance consults throughout the world and across the United States too, where hopefully they could get you some help, because they have really helped me. I was able to get into remission for Lyme disease and not have to use antibiotics, and that is huge. And so I would love to help anybody that I can. I definitely recommend everybody with a chronic illness to consider these Defend patches. Consider how much this can help your immune system. And so please, if you know somebody, send them my way. More importantly, thank you for listening. Please click on the link. Consider ordering some of the Super Patches to help you, or to help your child, or to help a pregnant friend that just seems like they can't stay well, or to help yourself or someone that you care about. So please click on the link. Please subscribe. Thanks for your time.